Imagine a life where you have no cell phone, no TV, and no light switches on the wall. Some people choose to live this life, and some of them identify themselves as Amish. The Amish say that they strive to live a simplistic life. The history of the Amish is a long one, so I'll be giving you a brief history of them. I will be explaining two different types of Amish. The two most known are the Amish and the Amish Mennonites. And finally, I will tell you how the Amish live today in the midst of all the technological advances of the modern world. So let's begin with the history. The Amish movement started all the way back in the 16th century. In those times they were known as the Swiss Brethren. Swiss Brethren were a part of the Anabaptist religion, which is a branch of the Christian religion. Anabaptist means one who baptizes again. The Amish movement takes its name from Jacob Amen, a Swiss Mennonite leader. Amen believed that the Anabaptists were straying away from the original beliefs of the Amish, and Amen believed in a stricter church discipline and practiced shunning members and wanted an emphasis on that practice, unlike the other Mennonites. The Amish started migrating to Pennsylvania in the 18th century because of poverty and war in Europe. A larger number of them finally settled in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and others went on to living in states such as Alabama, Delaware, Indiana, and many others. Today, the Amish face modern societies by trying to keep their origins alive. Now, you're probably wondering the difference between the Amish and the Amish Mennonites. Amish and Amish Mennonites have the same religion and believe in the same things, but when it comes to how they practice their beliefs is when the differences come into play. The Amish tend to hide themselves from the outside world. They try and have the least amount of contact as possible. They believe in not being influenced by the outside world at all. The Mennonites believe that they should go out into the world and share their beliefs and spread their knowledge. They even send out missionaries to other countries. When it comes to education, the Amish believe in no higher education whatsoever. Higher education is considered a worldly influence which is against their religion. Mennonites believe that it can enhance your beliefs by getting a higher education, especially under someone of the same beliefs. Mennonites and Amish appear to be dressed the same. Even though Mennonites do have very modest clothing, they do not have the same restrictions as the Amish. For example, Amish men cannot wear buttons or trim their beards. Amish women must wear caps on their heads, and Amish men must wear hats. The Amish and the Mennonites share the same religion. The only difference is how they go about worshiping. The Amish do not worship in churches, they worship in their homes. Their services are moderately short, and most of the time are spontaneous and are not prepared. Mennonites worship in buildings strictly for church. When it comes to technology, the Amish and Mennonites have very different views. The Amish are very extreme in forbidding electricity in general. Electricity is not found in houses, and they do not drive cars. The Mennonites are more accepting of technology. They say that it will help them in spreading their beliefs and aid them in the long run. The Amish sometimes have a hard time living in the midst of technology in the world. It seems like some of the things that we have no one could possibly live without. For example, a phone. Not even a cell phone, just a phone to have to call if you would need help. In some Amish communities, they do allow these phones. The phones in the communities are normally found on the outside of their living area, and there is one for the whole community. The Amish feel that having a community phone may strengthen their community by showing cooperation and sharing between each other. Also, by having the phone away from everybody on the outside of their community, they feel that the phone won't control them like a lot of our cell phones do today. The Amish are not allowed to have their own phone or use the phone of someone who is non-Amish. Electricity can be permitted in some communities. They may use batteries, generators, and the devices powered by those sources. They do not use 110-volt electricity appliances and computers whatsoever. The Amish do not have power-line electricity because they feel it separates them even more from the outside world, which follows their belief systems. Not having electricity at all defeats conflict that may arise about new technology that is heard about in the modern world, such as dishwashers and microwaves. Owning a car, driving a car, or holding a license is strictly forbidden. The Amish may hire someone to drive them or ride in someone else's car as long as it is for a good purpose and it is not on Sundays. The limited use of cars ensures that everyone works near home and keeps the boundaries of their community by not letting everyone leave and go to far places whenever they desire. They are normally seen riding in buggies being pulled by horses. So in conclusion, the Amish way of life is a very extreme one. The history of the Amish comes back from all the way in Germany and brought them all the way to the United States. The Amish and Mennonites seem to be the same from the outside, but looking in, they are very different. Even though there are many advances in the modern world, the Amish still seem to be able to live the way their religion says. They are committed and seem to be a community of strong individuals with great values and great work ethics. So after hearing about all the Amish faith and life, would you ever consider the Amish life?